Everybody, Kevin here, and here's a little something for your performance edge. There was a guy that I used to work with. His name was Sandy Sanders, and he was a sports agent. And one of the things that Sandy used to always say is your network is your net worth. And it never, as a kid, didn't know much about networking or anything like that. But I learned very quickly being around Sandy how important it was for him to interact and connect with people who were critical to the projects he was working on and the people he was working for. And so there's this whole dynamic of this idea of connection that is very powerful. And it's really kind of missing today. I think the digital universe, much like the one I'm communicating with you on, it is great in terms of conveying information, but not necessarily great at the depth of connection. And so this idea of being generous with your time and energy and focus with someone face to face is really a statement today. It's really a vital statement. We're back in the day. It was just kind of something that everybody did. You took the time to be in front of each other and have that cup of coffee and really get to not just, see the individual, but feel the individual, And so this whole idea of networking is really important. And this particular month in our webinar, we're going to be talking about the whole idea of networking and that your network is your net worth, and tribute to Sandy Sanders. So we're just going to unpack what are the elements of that. There are key groups of people, and the phrase I want to introduce in that webinar is the concept of circulating with purpose. And really breaking down what that looks like tactically and practically. So, hey, on the 27th of this month at 5 p.m., show up, come out, and get a big dose of this idea of what it really means to connect and to add value and to receive value from others, to the point to where, just like when we really understand the impact of relationships, to the point that when we start sharing our dreams and our vision and all the different things, our goals, like we talked about last month, that we have people, I'm going to call our who's, alongside. Horton heard them, right? And we need to have them. And so with that said, hey, really process this whole journey of who are the who's in your life? Who are the people who give a rip about what you're doing and what you're about and what you're chasing, and give you the kind of support, maybe sometimes accountability, sometimes they will give you momentum in ways you've never dreamt or even thought of, because they're with you in the process. So with that said, hey, I'd love to have you there on the 27th, 5 p.m. And fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a great night. We're going to get practical, tactical, get after it. And but in the meantime, think about this. Who are my aspirational contacts? Who are those people that I would aspire to meet with? And you could get crazy with it. You could go and say, I want to have dinner with Elon Musk. Well, may the force be with you, but at the same time, we have very, very influential and famous people within 10 square miles of us that we might need to be thinking about adding to our list, but we've never considered because we only think in one certain box or one certain way. So with that said, I want to challenge you. What are your aspirational contacts? Who are those people that in your, we would term your top 25? Who are those key people every month that you just need to feed off of and that you need to pour into? And I'm not talking about filling anybody's cup. I'm just talking about emptying yours, but in a generous way for others. So I just want to talk about those two groups. Think about that. That's good preparation for what we're going to be talking about on the 27th. So, hey, fasten seatbelts, get after it, and always remember this. When you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. Have a great day, everybody.